What's the better alternative?
There's no better alternative.
So,
Can you stand there a bit? You always cut my screen cut until I always stand at the side at the corner.
要抢镜头啊。So today's,
Hi.
as you can see here, we are having a lot of donuts.
Guess where we are now?
In Esplanade.
Such a weird place.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we are again chit-chatting with you guys while enjoying our donut. Yeah, our donut.
Okay, which one is mine?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3.
No, this is mine. This is mine. Mine.
Oh,
No, all not mine. I'm very full leh.
I eat.
Okay, today we are going to talk about right sizing.
Yes.
What is the difference between a lease buyback scheme and right sizing?
A lease buyback scheme, like the video we did in part 1. Oh my god, I'm really talking with my mouth full.
Good, continue.
Right sizing is when we are. Sorry. In our video in part 1, we talked about
Lease buyback.
lease buyback scheme. The lease buyback scheme is the government way of returning some of the money to you.
Because you are
Because-
selling part of your lease to the government.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, like for example, if you have 65 years of lease in your house, right? But you're already 65, right? So it's impossible, or it's quite hard, I would say, to live another 65 years, right? Because 65 plus 65 is how much? 130.
25.
65 plus 65 is 130 years old, right? So it's quite unlikely for most people to live until 130 years old. So you can actually sell off, right, like maybe 20 or 30 years of the lease, right? So that you are able to get some money out of it. You know, so for example, if you have a 500k property, you sell 30 years of lease back, right? Then you'll be prorated. Maybe you get back like maybe say 100, 150,000, right? In terms of cash back into your bank account, you know. So that helps in terms of helping you get some money out to really enjoy your retirement, eat donuts, that kind of thing, you know. Right. So today is part 2, right? Part 2, we are talking about
Right sizing.
right sizing. Right, so right sizing, right, is basically instead of selling away the lease of your remaining flat,
You're downgrading.
you downgrade to another
Smaller
flat.
flat.
So downgrade, for example, you can, let's say, when you have like maybe 2 or 3 kids, that time you stay in a 5-bedroom apartment. Sorry, 5-room flat in Singapore, right? Then but by the time you retire, probably you're like 55 or 60, right? By that time, you decide that, hey, my kids is already have their own family, right? Probably you're a grandparent already if you're lucky, you know. Then, by then, you might not need a 5-room flat anymore because it's so big, right? And if all your 2 or 3 kids leave your house and then they get married already, have their own place, you probably don't need a 5-room anymore. So what you decide to do could be that maybe you can apply for another BTO. Maybe if you only applied for BTO one time, you can apply for another BTO going for What happened? Oh, yeah. So maybe you apply for a BTO like a 2-room flexi or a 3-room flat, right? With your spouse, and then after that you just retire in a smaller apartment with more money in your bank account, you know, right? And so these are some of another way where you can unlock some cash value out of your flat instead of leaving all the money into your HDB.
Yeah.
Right? So
you can get the smaller and cheaper flat from the resale market, or you can get a smaller flat from the HDB itself, like a 2-room flexi or like a 3-room flat. So what else?
So there's something about the some money being given, right?
It's like a silver housing bonus thingy. Yeah, that has been introduced to help the lower income elderly household to supplement their retirement income when they right size their flat. Yeah.
So say for
And then
example,
you will also receive like up to a 20,000 cash bonus per household. Yeah, by using some of your net sale proceeds to top up your CPF retirement account.
so what you mentioned is called the Silver Support Scheme. Right, and the Silver Support Scheme is rather interesting. Depending on how modest your home when you downsize or right size, if those that have financial troubles or financial need, right, there's actually this Silver Support Scheme, right, that gives you $300 to up to $750. So if let's say you stay in a very modest 1 or 2 room flat in Singapore, you actually get up to $750 extra money, right? And this happens every quarter, right? And if you stay in a 3-room flat, right, you actually have up to $600 per quarter. So this is additional money for you on top of your CPF, right, that the government actually gives you if you downsize, right? The reason is because they want to allow more bigger apartments, right, for people that are young, like Bibi, me, when we are starting a family and we probably need much more space, right? As in, she start her family, I start my family, yeah, probably need more space. Maybe have 2 or 3 kids that time, we probably need a 5-room apartment because we need more bedrooms.
He wants
right?
10 kids.
Yeah, 10 kids. That's no secret, it's an open secret already. But I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Yep. So with this in place, it will motivate more people to actually do this right sizing, so that more bigger flats are open in the market, and the young people can actually take over these flats, right? So it's like a cycle. When the young get a bigger apartment, when they retire, they right size, right? Then the next generation of youngsters get bigger apartments, start a family, and then after they right size again. So this I think is a pretty decent policy, right? And that's the reason why we want to talk about right sizing, because sometimes if you really think about it, you don't really need that much of the space, because with that much space, right, means a lot more cleaning, a lot more maintenance, right? And all this money could have been saved, right? Like some people, they actually have after their family leave, the young couples leave, right? Then they hire like a full-time helper, right? When actually, if let's say you downsize into a 2-room or a 3-room flat, there's no need to hire a full-time helper, maybe like a part-time one, or even if it's small enough, modest enough, you can probably clean up the whole house yourself. You know, so there's multiple benefits, right, of why people do right sizing, right? Is there anything else you would like to share?
So for the yes.
Still here.
So who are eligible for this right sizing?
Who?
At least one owner has to be a Singaporean, at least 55 years old, and your income cannot be more than $12,000. Yeah. And your current HDB flat has to meet the MOP, which is the minimum occupation period of 5 years. What is this private property of annual value of $13,000 or less?
Well, basically what she meant is you cannot have an existing property with a AV, annual value, of $13,000 and above, right? Because so an annual value will be probably a topic for another day, but generally is the value of the flat, or rather the value that IRAS has determined your monthly rental is, right? So let's say an AV of 13,000, right? Or if you want to make it easier, an AV of 12,000, for example, right, means that your monthly rental is roughly about 1,000. Right, so actually, private properties, right, is very unlikely that they actually apply to be able to be in this scheme, right? Or they are usually not eligible, because how many private apartments, right? Private developments like condos or private high-rise apartments, they actually rent for $1,000 or less. It's virtually impossible, right? So the government actually put this system in place is really to help the lower income families to be able to unlock some cash, right? Because we all know that Singaporeans are really relatively cash poor but asset rich, right? So all these policies are actually for people that to unlock that cash out of their assets, right?
Yeah. And same goes to this right sizing. You also cannot own like 2 properties. Yeah. And your purchase price cannot exceed selling price of existing property. Yeah, means the new one that you buy cannot be more expensive than your existing property.
Right. So you really literally have to downsize your home.
Yeah. Okay. So
anything else?
how about the top-up amount required for the CPF?
Right. So this is really important. The top-up amount for your CPF, right, will mean that if, say for example, if you were to sell your 5-room flat, right, the gist of it is that after the minusing off the loan that you have, right, the amount that you have to return to CPF, right, when you hit 55, right, when you do your downsizing, you must fulfill the $176,000 as of 2019, right? As of 2019, you must at least fulfill that amount before the rest can be your cash proceeds. Alright? The reason is because by the time you're 55, right, is the time where you need to start thinking about retirement, and then after that all the money goes to your retirement account, and by the time you're 65, right, you start to draw out the monthly payout from your own CPF. Right? So in order to draw a decent amount for you to survive with basic clothing, food and whatnot, right, and your monthly expenses, there is a need to maintain a certain amount, which is, as of 2019, 176,000.
So there's this cash bonus as well. Like for every $3 you top up, they will give you like a $1 bonus. So I think it is capped at 20,000. That's the maximum.
I see. It's something new.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Not really.
So if not really, I'll just continue eating my donut.
Okay.
Okay, I hope this video has been educational for you, right? And to think about, like part 1, we talked about getting money out, right? The lease buyback scheme. And part 2, we talked about right sizing. Right, so these are things that you probably need to think about as you retire. Okay? I hope to see you around. Bye.